So we just got back from Japan. We were there for 2 weeks, and it was crazy.
How so?
Like,
Like
it,
people, like like the
yeah,
crowds.
like I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've been to New York, and like, you get those high rises, which Japan didn't have a ton of like really huge skyscrapers.
It kind of surprises me because there's so many people on a tiny island. You kind of
Well,
assume it's
you think it's a
built
tiny island, but it's really
still-
a lot bigger than you think.
really.
Yeah, like, and the buildings, like they have big buildings, but they're shorter than skyscrapers, but they're everywhere. They go on like as far as the eye can see. Like we went up in it's called the Tokyo Sky Tree, which is just this big. It's almost like, kind of like the Space Needle.
Oh, okay.
Kind of the
Right, in
equivalent of
Seattle,
that, right? Yeah. And we went. You can go to the top. We didn't go all the way to the top, but we went, and they have windows all around, and you can just go out and look in every direction except for like the ocean, which is on one side, but like every other direction, the buildings go on as far as the eye can see.
Was it a little stressful? Like, as in, all you see is concrete and like no trees, and you're like, oh, this feels weird.
I thought that's how it would feel, but I didn't feel that way at all. In fact,
really?
And it was really weird because in between the buildings are very narrow streets and alleys and stuff like that. And you walked through those, and it was dead silent.
Really?
It was
like
incredibly
cars
peaceful.
honking and
no
homeless people.
Like you walk 50 streets off. Yeah, we saw like 2 or 3 homeless people the entire time. There's
Really?
39 million people there.
That's
in
crazy.
Like that surrounding area. And so like, but yeah, there'd be a road. There's definitely roads and traffic and stuff, but like you'd go off of the main road, walk back into these like alleys, or they're alleys, but they're really kind of their side streets, right?
Yeah.
And you go 50 feet in, and it was silent.
That's so crazy.
Quieter than a small town. It was weird.
That's crazy.
But it was really cool. I never expected to feel so much peace and solitude in the middle of 39 million people.
Yeah.
You know?
That's strange.
But yeah, it was just.
I wish I had
so
peace
different.
and solitude in a house of 5 people, man. So
Well,
39 million people, that's crazy.
We were traveling with a group of 12 people. And so like one thing is there's restaurants everywhere.
Yeah.
But they're small. Like some restaurants they only can accommodate like less than 15 people. And so when we would go into these restaurants, we felt like we were invading, like this
that's
massive
a lot
group.
of
And
people.
a lot of times we just had to split up.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, we're going to go over here. You find somewhere
Was
else
that
to
nice?
eat. And,
Like, be like, because you're with your 12 people in your family, it's big.
Yeah.
Were you like, it's kind of nice to just for it to be my family?
Yeah.
Like just the 5 of you.
It was nice. Like, I mean, our whole family got along super well.
Yeah,
like,
that's good.
For how long we were traveling together, and we shared Airbnbs. Like,
yeah.
So we were all always together, and like we got along really well. The kids did amazing. Like,
that's good.
It was good. Like I never felt like, oh, I got to get away. Like it was always like we just had to go different places out of necessity. But when we did, it's like, oh yeah, this is nice and fun. And Google Translate, like that helped a ton. Like,
did it?
Like with the phones and the camera view, so you can view like live translations.
Oh, that's cool. So you just have your camera up, you film it, and then it reads it, and then
shows
just
it right on the screen. Yeah,
that's cool.
It was cool. And then there's like conversation mode too, to where you could hit record and you'd speak into it, and it would translate it into Japanese, and then they'd speak and it translated into English.
Did a lot of people understand English there?
To some extent.
Like broken English, like enough to.
I thought they would speak more English. I don't know why, but I thought they'd speak more English than they did.
Yeah.
But like with Google Translate, it wasn't really much of an issue.
That's good. That's cool.
Yeah. And my brother, I mean, he lived there for a couple years. Like he speaks Japanese, so like we kind of just followed him around. Like, and it was pretty slick. Like I didn't have to think about anything. I just followed,
Yeah, that's cool.
But after a while, like I wanted to kind of understand, like, okay, how are we navigating here? Like, how are you navigating through these trains, the train systems, and he was showing me apps and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I think if I were to go back, I could probably do it.
Yeah.
And there's enough English on signs and things like that. Like all their numbers, I found it really strange. All of their numbers, or most of their numbers, are in English. They're not Japanese characters of representing numbers. It's like, the platforms and the trains are numbered like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like
are they naturally the same, or they do that for travel?
No, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one, but they definitely have Japanese numbers. like the characters and
Yeah,
stuff. But like on menus and everything, even if the menu's all in Japanese, like it shows the amount of yen that meal costs or something.
yeah,
And it says like 2,000 yen or something like that, you know?
yeah.
And so, yeah, it was so fascinating that they were in English. That there was a lot of things in English. So it made getting around a lot easier. And,
That's cool.
but like something I noticed while I was there was the insane amount of vending machines.
Really?
Like they are everywhere.
That's
Like,
strange. I wouldn't have guessed.
yeah, like I swear they're like every 100 feet. Like at one point I filmed as we got off a train station. I think we were walking to an aquarium, like one of the biggest aquariums. I think it was in Osaka. And I was just filming all the vending machines as we walked there. And I don't even remember how many we saw, but like it was just like, oh, there's a vending machine. There's a vending machine. Like it is.
Do they have
so
convenience stores? Like, we have 7-Eleven. So they have those too.
They're everywhere too.
So they have convenience stores as well as vending machines everywhere.
And restaurants everywhere.
That's so strange.
So like one of the places we stayed just kind of on the outskirts of Tokyo, we were like 200 feet away from the nearest grocery store. And if you wanted to walk a little bit further, I think there was one like just a couple minute walk further. And that wasn't even the only grocery stores available to us. And like we stayed in Osaka and we walked 5 minutes to a sushi place, different direction. We got to a crate place. And just beyond the crate place, there's a really good American burger place, which it was dang good. I didn't expect to find a good hamburger in Japan, but it was really good. Like it just everywhere was so convenient.
That's cool.
You did not have to go far. You didn't need a car.
I guess with 39 million people and it fits that packed, and like you said, there's buildings as far as the eye can see, you probably find a house really close to where you work or try to.
Yeah, or close to a train station.
A train station. Yeah. And then you pretty much just stay in your vicinity.
You really do, because the interesting thing about the restaurants is like here in America, like we have so many different types of restaurants.
Yeah, right. We're a melting pot of
Japanese restaurants. Like,
yeah.
And there's not a lot of variation between the restaurants.
There's
now I
just
say
a lot
that
of
someone from Japan probably want to like murder me, being like, "What are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about." Like
you're like as a foreigner coming.
Yeah, as a foreigner,
like
it feels very similar. Like they have all these different types of ramen and stuff like that. Like which I'm not a ramen connoisseur, you know.
Right.
Like so, like I can't taste the difference between a lot of them. Like they're good, but like they're just a lot of like ramen places and like sushi places, obviously, you know, but
they have
I saw
Japanese
more ramen
barbecue places. Like I love going here, Japanese barbecue. Where
they did.
Is it Japanese? No. I was saying Korean's the one where you cook it yourself in front of you.
We
right?
did go to one of those.
Oh, did you?
They have a version of that. I can't remember the name, but we did that. They also have a version to where like you have broth and you like are cooking the meat and vegetables and stuff in a broth.
Oh, interesting.
And eating it.
Like a stew?
Kind of. Well, but you're just cooking the stuff in it and then taking it out and putting it in rice and then eating it.
Oh, interesting.
So it's just a method of cooking similar to the barbecue one, but instead of a grill, it's boiling broth.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
That one actually was one of our favorite meals.
Oh,
it was so good, and everything there is ridiculously cheap, especially with the exchange rate.
What was in the vending machine? Just a variety of snacks?
Mostly drinks.
Oh, really?
We did see a meat vending machine. I was so tempted to get something
to try
there,
it,
but I'm like,
how sick can I get before the 10-hour flight home?
I don't want to deal with getting food poisoning, but
that's
which I'm sure it was totally fine, but like you just never know. But mostly drinks, and in all these vending machines with drinks, it was like green tea and some other sugary drinks like apple juice.
Were there standard sodas and stuff too, or no?
Not a ton. It was all Japanese style drinks, and they were just
that's probably good.
Everywhere. Yeah. We walked over 100 miles while we were there. 108 miles according to our like trackers, right?
Got some steps.
So you would think I would have lost some weight there, but I didn't because I was eating all their sugary or drinking all their sugary drinks. You know?
How'd the food affect you? Were you bloated? Were you not bloated? It was just Did it feel light when you ate it? Because I find Asian food is actually, unless you get like like deep fried Panda Express, like the orange chicken. That feels a little heavy.
Yeah.
But like if you go to grilled meats or like Asian, most like rice sushi, I always feel light afterwards. I don't feel
Yeah.
like Mexican food makes me feel like I want to take a nap.
Right.
And then Asian food, usually I'm okay. Like
Yeah.
I get up and I'm like, yeah, I could just go do anything and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know?
So interestingly, like I never felt like bloated or like I felt great. When I came back, I started getting like indigestion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it was very interesting. Like I mean, it depends on how much you eat. Like I mean, if you down a bunch of broth like in a huge ramen bowl, like yeah, you're gonna be pretty full and bloated and stuff.
Yeah.
But like overall, like we felt great. But kind of going back to the vending machines though, because like they were just so prominent, so they stand out so much in my mind. But like it kind of made me think about business as well, in that there was nothing super unique about these vending machines. And I have to assume that they're not owned by the same people. Like there has to be
There's
tons
a bunch
of different owners.
Yeah.
So there's not something super unique about these things. Same with the restaurants too. Like if they're all ramen restaurants, if you get a ton of ramen restaurants, like there's nothing super, super different from my perspective.
Yeah, right.
As a foreigner. But it's more about convenience. It's about showing up where your customers are.
Yeah,
right?
where they need it.
Yeah. So like they have probably a very normal clientele of people that are coming home from work and grabbing a bite to eat, right?
Yeah.
Or it's not about being super unique. It's about being convenient.
Yeah.
And I think that applies to a lot of our businesses as well. Is we need to show up and make it really easy for our customers to find us.
Right.
Right.
Whether that's online or in person.
Online or in person. Like in person, it makes total sense. Like you want to make sure that you're in a convenient location where people can easily see you and go in and purchase from you.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I have a buddy that owns a bunch of vending machines, and he told me his best selling vending machines are in hospital waiting rooms, which makes sense, right? Because you have to sit. You're just sitting there.
There's nothing else
It's
to
boring. You're just sitting there. And so for that's like right location, right time.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's the convenience factor.
Right.
For them being, they're just out on the side of the street, right? It's like everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so strange. I think it's probably because, well, I don't know. We don't live in a big city, and I've never lived in New York or anything like that.
Right.
I wonder if it's more prevalent there, but I don't think so.
A lot of it's the culture too, because like I've been in New York and like I don't see that many vending machines there.
Yeah,
has been a while. Maybe
lots
I
of
just
pizza
looked.
places, but no vending machines.
Yeah, like, but these are just in the most random spots that you could imagine. Like you're like, this place can't get that much foot traffic, but there's a vending machine there.
That's so strange.
And when they have all these like interesting stores with like, like the gumball machines and like little price things that are in some
like pizza places.
Yeah. They have stores that are just a bunch of those. And like, so we went to Shibuya, which is like probably one of the funnest city words to say ever. Like Shibuya. But like, so we were there and we went into the store and it was just a bunch of those machines and it was crazy busy. Like crazy busy. And those machines were in a lot of places. And people were always buying. And I'm just like, I don't understand.
It's got to be culture.
So
it's just
largely
you grow up with it, and then you're used to it. It's just part of life,
right? Like that's like what you do. Like
and
they're small, and like their living spaces are very small. Like so, like you probably don't buy a lot of big stuff, right? It's all just a bunch of little stuff, and yeah, it just intrigued me so much. Like my brother, he coming back from Japan, he's always talking about vending machines, and he wants to do vending machines, and I'm just like, I don't understand it, but now I get it. I see the power in it, especially in the right location.
Yeah,
But I also think about like, okay, so how can we apply this to the digital space? Like, how do you show up for your customers? How do you make that convenience, translate that convenience into the digital space? And I think about social media, right? Like showing up where your customers already are.
Yeah.
Your customers are on social media on one platform or another.
Yeah.
And you need to make sure that you're also on there as well and make it as easy as possible for them to find you.
Yeah. I think that's looking at the different social media platforms, make sure you're on the specific ones that hit your demographic. I think you'd be surprised to certain demographics how they've shifted on the social media platforms. Like TikTok has grown to be kind of everybody. Like it used to be very, very young. Now I know a lot of 50, 60-year-olds that are on TikTok now, which seems strange, but and so that's changing. You still have Snapchat, which is a younger crowd. Like you have to know who you're targeting, and like you said, be where they are,
Be there.
and not just be there, but like be active, interact, be engaging, and then if it's running ads. Also, all these platforms have their own ads that you can run. We just talked recently about Reddit ads. It's like that's a whole nother place that you can start to target people. With
Reddit ads, it's kind of interesting. Like you can target like things like subreddits and things like that. So
specific,
like, you can get
specific
really
groups.
specific.
Yeah,
to where
cool.
You know where your audience is talking, and so you can easily serve an ad on that subreddit.
Yeah.
And, it's similar to SEO as well, like showing up on Google, like putting in the effort to create content that's relevant for your audience and making sure that you rank well for that on Google. That's the exact same thing. Like people are searching for something, like they're walking through the street, they're walking through the internet, typing in things that they're looking for. Like you walk through the streets, you're like, hey, I'm hungry, I'm looking for a restaurant. Oh, there it is. It's almost the exact same thing on the digital space, to where you rank well on Google, you're going to show up, and you're going to make it really easy for your customers to find you. And so I think it's a really good lesson that we can all kind of learn from is convenience. You don't have to be super different. You just have to show up.
Thanks for listening, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment below on if you agreed with today's topic, disagreed with today's topic. Let's start a discussion to figure out the best practices to grow your small business.
Please visit us at launchingpros.com, where you can find more information on how to grow your business as an entrepreneur.